I think the biggest problem is the inner cities. You look at everywhere. Look, what they let into this country. No, we're going to get them out. There are far more in the inner cities, Democrat-run cities. Sadly, and I'm just giving you a fact, there's far more there than you have on a farm or something else.
President Trump weighing in on immigration after briefly pausing ICE operations at hotels, restaurants, and farming sites following pressure from certain industries that rely on immigrant workers. But yesterday, he reversed course, giving ICE the green light to resume those raids. Thank you so much for joining us here live at 6. I'm Jim Moller.
And I'm Trisha Keene. The national spotlight remains on undocumented immigrants and the enforcement of immigration laws.
With the hospitality here, I looked into if and how this could impact the industry.
Despite the backlash, President Donald Trump is committed to his promise of cracking down on immigration, first focusing on those with a criminal history. Thursday, he expressed interest in pausing immigration enforcement operations at farms and hotels due to concerns from leaders in those industries. Just days later, that was reversed, and now operations are back on the table. I reached out to the Department of Homeland Security. In a statement, Assistant Secretary Tricia McLaughlin wrote, in part, "Worksite enforcement remains a cornerstone of our efforts to safeguard public safety, national security, and economic stability. These operations target illegal employment networks that undermine American workers, destabilize labor markets, and expose critical infrastructure to exploitation." While we know ICE is conducting operations in the Valley, could Trump's highlighting of the hotel industry end up impacting the Las Vegas Strip? It could, but not likely.
Our members are concerned in Las Vegas about what's going to happen next.
I talked with Secretary Treasurer Ted Papageorge from the Culinary Union. He tells me there are strict hiring policies.
It's highly regulated on the Strip. So what happens is that your status, all of those different statuses, whether you're parolee, whether you're asylum, whether you're TPS, whether you're DACA, you're here legally with permission. If a worker loses their status, the companies are required to terminate them.
Are you concerned about any of these raids happening here in Las Vegas or on the Strip, for example?
Look, absolutely. Look, in the gaming industry, it's highly regulated, but all of the workers, our union is majority immigrant workers.
At a DACA roundtable near downtown Las Vegas Tuesday, I talked to Congressman Stephen Horsford, who says any raids are a concern to him.
This administration doesn't have a clear direction. One day they say one thing, the next day they say another. But what it causes is uncertainty.
Workforce raids.
I also talked to Mark Delick from Forward U.S., an organization focused on fixing failing immigration policies. He explained when ICE goes into a specific workplace, it's typically for one person and can result in collateral detainees.
There's usually a warrant that they have for somebody, and then when they go into that, that location, they have the ability and the right to, check people's information.
Most of the resort properties are also part of the Nevada Resort Association, which is the main voice for the gaming and resort industry. I did receive a statement on this matter, too. They sent me this. Nevada's highly regulated resort industry complies with all federal, state, and local employment laws and hiring requirements. Our members thoroughly vet employment applications through extensive background checks and verification methods such as E-Verify. Nevada's resort industry is committed to the safety and well-being of its team members and fostering a positive workplace where team members thrive. Again, that's the Nevada Resort Association.